U.S. imperialism is waging a dual propaganda war, with Russia and China at this point being targeted to similar degrees. After several months of steady anti-Russian propaganda, the U.S. empire's Xinjiang propaganda campaign agents began this spring to revive their information war. Adrian Zenz came out with a new report claiming that Xinjiang guards had been shooting to kill Uyghur prisoners. Obviously, this report took its photo totally out of context and it was fraudulent. But to try to support their assertions, these Xinjiang propaganda campaign agents have been trying to pressure the United Nations High Commissioner on Human Rights, Michelle Bachelet, to carry out a biased investigation in their favor. They have been decrying Bachelet for supposedly going soft on China during her visit to Xinjiang. Adrian Zenz himself, The Guardian, Foreign Policy, all of these propaganda sources with an interest in vilifying China have been essentially calling Bachelet a failure for not kowtowing 100% to Washington's narrative. And what I think is interesting is that U.S. governmental officials have been arguing that Bachelet should act as the essentially the sole arbiter of the coverage, the United Nations coverage of Xinjiang. And this is reflective when you look at the broader history of Washington's propaganda war on Xinjiang, of something that happened in the fall of 2018, where one U.S.-controlled faction within the United Nations made the claim that 1 million Uyghur prisoners had been detained within Xinjiang, and despite this claim lacking real academic basis, real statistical rigor, it was universally parroted by the United States media. And what I think is funny is that Washington has been staking its whole success for its narrative on Xinjiang on having the U.S.-controlled aspect of the United Nations be seen as the one part of the United Nations that can be trusted on Xinjiang. And they haven't even been able to rely on Bachelet because Bachelet is a professional and not a totally U.S.-controlled person.